I made this tree from a vintage slipcast mold, and today I'm going to show you how we wire it into a functioning lamp. And what qualifies me to do this? Well, I read the instructions. And then I did it like 40 times. We're not putting a music box in this one, but this base does give you instructions on how you could. So maybe one day we will. We're gonna start by taking the end of the cord with the stripped wires, and we're gonna pull those wires apart. How far depends on how big your base is, but I'm gonna go like 6 to 8 inches. You're gonna stick the cord through the exit hole on the base, and then you're gonna tie a knot. This wiring kit comes with 2 rubber washers that are gonna sandwich the ceramic between it. I threaded the lock nut and added one of the rubber washers to this piece, and then I stuck it through the bottom. That knot we tied is to keep it secure, so if anyone pulls on the cord, it doesn't pull the wiring out. There are a lot of different types of sockets you can use. I am using a Candelabra E12 size. Honestly, on the small side for this tree, but as long as your bulb is bright enough, it's gonna work just fine. The socket has 1 silver screw and 1 brass screw. We are taking the ribbed wire first, and we are gonna curve it and hook it around the silver screw. You always wanna hook it to the right, so that way when you tighten the screw, it's going to like pull it further into it and not pull it away from it. Does that make any sense at all? I hope so. I attached the non-ribbed wire to the brass screw, and then I tightened the lock nut on the bottom and the socket down until everything was sandwiched tight. And lastly, you just slip the protective sleeve back over the socket. And then hopefully when you plug it in and you flip the switch, the light will turn on. And if it doesn't, I don't know, call an electrician, don't call me. I had bought heart-shaped pegs for this tree for Valentine's Day, and we ended up having to reglaze the bases, so they weren't ready in time. And now that I'm seeing it, I am not so sure about these bright colors with the pastel base. So I left the clear hearts, but took everything else out, and I added these clear little balls in their place. And I don't know, I tend to gravitate towards the clear pegs. They look pretty good when they're just lit up like this, but when you switch out the light bulb for a color-changing one, the trees become very customizable, and I really like that. You could set it to any color based on your mood, or you could have a Christmas tree rave in your living room in the middle of March. But whatever you end up doing, be very careful of the star on top because it will stab you. Ask me how I know.